Anyone who's never watched someone die is suffering from a pretty bad case of virginity. For 12 months, I watched my father die. When I was 10 years old. He'd come back from the war in Spain, and certain God-fearing gentlemen there had made such a mess of him, he didn't have long left to live. Everyone knew it. Even I knew it. But you see, I was the only one who cared. His family were embarrassed by the whole business. Embarrassed and irritated. As for my mother, all she could seem to think about was the fact that she had allied herself to a man who seemed to be on the wrong side in all things. My mother was all for being associated with minorities, provided they were the smart, fashionable ones. We all waited for him to die. His family sent him a check every month and hoped he'd get on with it quietly, without too much vulgar fuss. My mother took care of him without complaining. That was a battle. Perhaps she pitied him. I suppose she was capable of that. But you see, I was the only one who cared. Every time I sat on the edge of his bed to listen to him talking or reading to me, I had to fight back the tears. At the end of 12 months, I was a veteran. All that feverish failure of a man had to listen to him was one lonely, bewildered little boy who could barely understand a word he said. All he could feel was the despair, the bitterness, the sweet, sickly smell of a dying man. You see, I knew more about love, betrayal, and death when I was was 10 years old than you will probably ever know all your life.